Okay, so we're here. We're gonna show you guys how to fillet and clean gar.
Alright, so what you're gonna do first is make an incision. I got little hedge clippers here. You need if you got like a Dremel tool, you could Dremel all the way down. But I'll show you how we do it. Get the hedge clippers, cut all the way around the head, as close up as you can, so you don't miss all the meat. They got some real tough scales, so just inch at a time. All the way back down to the pectoral fin. And what you're going to do is you're going to find the center, get as close to the backbone as you can, and run your blade all the way down there. Get it in. It's a lot of work, but the meat's worth it.
Tastes like chicken. If you hear that crunching sound, you're doing good, because that means you're following.
Yeah, just look at the scales on this thing. It's giant. And you want to wear gloves for this stuff too, because this part right here gets a little rough and it can cut you. So I'm wearing gloves for it. You don't have to. I fillet them without gloves, but better safe than sorry. And another thing is you want to do them, if you have them fresh, you want to hit them up beside the head with a hammer a couple times, because these things can live out of water for
hours.
We had this guy out of the water for probably 3 hours, and he finally died. So you're just going to want to cut all the way down. There's not much meat between here and here. If it was a really big gar, we might do it just to save a little bit of meat and cut off the fin. You don't have to. Once you reach this back top fin, you want to cut down just like you did with the pectoral fins towards the head. Blade's getting a little dull. Alright, so you want to do to the other side too. There we go. Alright, make sure you cut all the way down too.
There we go.
Alright, now you're going to take your fillet knife and start skinning it. Separate the meat from the membrane. You're going to want to run your knife all the way down.
Hold on.
Just run it all the way down the membrane. Separate the skin from the meat, the armor from the meat. And you can see it's really, really white meat, beautiful meat. Looks a lot like rabbit meat. Alright, so you're going to get all the way down. You want to be very careful not to cut through the rib cage, because it's not that big of a deal, but their eggs are poisonous, so don't be eating any gar caviar.
Yeah, probably not.
Not the best idea. Alright, so once you get it like that, you guys get the idea. Then we're going to do it to the other side, then get back to you. Alright, so what you're going to do once you get the whole shell open is, you see this membrane going right down the back. You're going to put your knife on either side of it, and you want your knife at a slight angle pointing towards it so you don't waste any meat, and you want to ride those bones all the way down. You should feel the bones rubbing against your knife all the way down there. You should pull it and work your way all the way down.
Kind of just work it down, kind of like the outside shell. Just take it back and...
Alright, so once you get to the rib cage, all the way down there, you're going to want to turn your knife a little bit this way and work around the rib cage. Short strokes, just to make sure you don't puncture them. work your way all the way down.
The size of the fillets on that thing.
You might get a bone or two in there, you just got to cut it out. Not very bony fish. And that is actually a boneless piece of meat right there. There you go. You're just going to do the same thing to the other side. It's a very white meat. Here, let's spray it off real quick. You can see how white this meat is. Just beautiful, great tasting.
Tastes like chicken.
That's how you fillet gar. Do the same thing to the other side. Thanks for watching.